Have you ever felt that jolt of panic when someone asks, "So, what's next for you?" It's a simple question, but it can send your mind spinning. Suddenly, you're searching for an answer that sounds impressive, or at least certain, even if you have no idea what's actually coming next. That moment can feel like you're on stage, under a spotlight, expected to perform clarity when all you really feel is confusion. That silence afterward can feel unbearable, a space we rush to fill with a tidy answer. We're taught to avoid awkwardness, to smooth over uncertainty with plans and promises, even if they're half-formed or not entirely true. The pressure to appear certain can be overwhelming, making us feel like we're the only ones who don't have it all figured out. We're pressured to have a plan, but most of us are just making it up as we go, navigating the fog with a tiny flashlight. The truth is, life rarely gives us a clear map. We stumble forward, step by uncertain step, hoping the path will reveal itself as we move. This discomfort isn't a personal failing, it's deeply human. Everyone, no matter how confident they seem, feels the itch of not knowing. It's a universal experience, woven into the fabric of being alive. It shows up in small ways, waiting for a text or for test results, our minds racing to fill the blanks. We crave answers, even when none are available, and our imagination often leaps to the worst-case scenario. But what if uncertainty is a doorway, not an enemy? What if, instead of resisting it, we could see it as an invitation to explore, to be curious, to discover something new about ourselves and the world? Life rarely sticks to our scripts, no matter how much we plan. The unexpected is always waiting just around the corner, ready to rewrite our story in ways we never imagined. The real invitation is to lean into not knowing, to sit in that silence and breathe, reframing uncertainty as a space for growth and creativity. When we stop fighting the unknown, we make room for new possibilities to emerge. The power of not knowing is about courage, not certainty, acknowledging the itch without needing to scratch it. It's about trusting that, even in the fog, we can find our way forward, one uncertain but hopeful step at a time. Why is uncertainty so uncomfortable? Why do we find ourselves restless, even anxious, when we don't have all the answers? It's a feeling that can gnaw at us, keeping us awake at night or distracting us during the day. The roots of this discomfort run deep. It's in our DNA. Our brains evolved to crave certainty because, for our ancestors, not knowing could mean danger. Uncertainty about where to find food, or whether a shadow meant a predator was near, could be a matter of life or death. Certainty helped our species survive. Even now, in our modern world, our brains still treat uncertainty like a threat. An ambiguous email from a boss or a friend can trigger the same stress response as a shadow in the night once did. Our bodies tense, our minds race, and we imagine the worst. We're conditioned to value having answers, to see "I don't know" as a weakness or a flaw. From school to the workplace, we're rewarded for certainty and punished, even subtly, for doubt. This makes us hesitant to admit when we're unsure. This pressure to always know keeps us stuck, in jobs that don't fulfill us, in relationships that no longer serve us, and in routines that feel safe but stifling. The unknown feels scarier than the familiar, even when the familiar isn't making us happy. Over time, our drive for certainty can become a cage, quietly limiting our growth, our creativity, and our joy. We trade possibility for predictability, and in doing so, we shrink our world. But there's hope. Understanding this ancient wiring is the first step to choosing courage over comfort. When we recognize that our discomfort is natural, we can start to respond differently. When we see our need for answers for what it is, ancient programming, we can gently override it. We can practice curiosity instead of fear and compassion instead of judgment. The path forward isn't about eliminating uncertainty, but about learning to live with it, to walk into the unknown with openness and resilience. That's where real growth begins. When uncertainty strikes, our instinct is to escape it fast. We rush to decisions, fill silence with noise, and grab the first answer we find. But this rush often leads to shallow solutions and missed opportunities for real understanding. In relationships, we might apologize quickly or shut down, missing the chance for deeper connection. The constant need for certainty fuels anxiety and burnout as we fight a battle we can't win. Wisdom isn't about having all the answers, it's about being comfortable with the questions. When we slow down and allow space for not knowing, we open ourselves to new perspectives and growth. The power of not knowing is found in the pause, where quiet strength emerges. Sometimes the best answers come when we stop demanding them. When we loosen our grip on certainty, curiosity steps in. It's as if a door opens, inviting us to step beyond the boundaries of what we already know. Curiosity is the spark that ignites deeper learning, transforming the unknown from something intimidating into something exciting and full of possibility. Suddenly, the unknown becomes a field for exploration, not a void to fear. Each new experience, each unfamiliar path becomes an opportunity to discover, to grow, and to see the world with fresh eyes. The more we venture into uncertainty, the more we realize how much there is to learn. Without needing immediate answers, we ask better questions and become better listeners and learners. We start to value the process of inquiry itself, appreciating the richness that comes from exploring different viewpoints and ideas. This openness allows us to connect more deeply with others and with ourselves. True learning happens when we're open to new perspectives, not just confirming what we already believe. It's in these moments of genuine curiosity that we challenge our assumptions and expand our understanding, making room for growth and transformation. History's most innovative minds lived in the ambiguity of big questions, allowing discovery to unfold. They embraced uncertainty as a companion, not an enemy, and let their curiosity guide them toward breakthroughs that changed the world. Embracing not knowing turns us into scientists of our own lives, running experiments and learning from every outcome. Each question we ask, each attempt we make, brings us closer to understanding ourselves and the world around us. Life becomes more interesting. Every day, every conversation, every mistake is a chance to discover something new. Even our missteps become valuable, teaching us lessons we couldn't have learned any other way. By letting go of rigid expectations, we find delight in how things are, not just how we think they should be. We become more adaptable, more resilient, and more joyful in the face of life's surprises. This is the power of not knowing at its most joyful, a way of living that transforms uncertainty into wonder and every moment into an opportunity for deeper learning. Embracing uncertainty builds resilience, the ability to adapt and bounce back when life changes course. Those who demand certainty are brittle. When plans fall apart, so do they. But those who practice not knowing are flexible, like bamboo in a storm. This flexibility is true strength, allowing us to pivot and improvise as life unfolds. Alongside resilience comes humility. Admitting I don't know challenges our ego, but frees us from the burden of always being right. Humility deepens our connection to others, inviting vulnerability and collaboration. When we drop the pretense of certainty, we create space for real support and shared experience. The power of not knowing replaces perfectionism with the warmth of collective humanity. Our strength lies not in certainty, but in navigating the unknown together. Creativity thrives in uncertainty. When the outcome isn't predetermined, we're free to experiment, play, and discover. Every creative act, writing, composing, inventing, begins with not knowing and trusting that something will emerge. If we demand guarantees, we never start. The power of not knowing liberates us from perfectionism and lets us value the process. This openness also deepens our relationships. When we show up curious, not controlling, we create space for authentic connection. We listen more deeply, ask better questions, and allow relationships to evolve. Vulnerability, showing up without all the answers, builds trust and belonging. By embracing uncertainty together, we co-create relationships that grow and endure. In this way, not knowing is a radical act of love. How do we live the power of not knowing? Start by saying, I don't know yet. Notice the discomfort and see that nothing falls apart. This phrase creates a pause, replacing pressure with permission to explore. Practice mindfulness. Bring your attention to the present, whether through meditation or simply noticing the details of daily life. Deliberately seek out new experiences. Read something unfamiliar. Try a new route. Talk to someone different. These small acts build adaptability. Reflect on past times of uncertainty. Notice how growth and opportunity often followed. Your history of resilience is proof you can handle the unknown. Each time you sit with discomfort or choose curiosity, you strengthen your trust in yourself. Befriending uncertainty is a practice, one small step at a time. Embracing uncertainty requires patience. You're rewiring years of conditioning, so expect setbacks. The goal isn't perfection, but patience with yourself as you learn. Pair patience with self-compassion. When anxiety rises, treat yourself kindly, as you would a friend. Self-compassion allows you to be human, imperfect, learning and growing. Trust the timing of your life. Growth and wisdom unfold at their own pace, not on demand. Patience is planting seeds and trusting they'll grow, even if you can't see it yet. Befriending uncertainty is an act of trust in yourself and in life's unfolding. Every moment you choose curiosity and compassion, you build that trust. We chase certainty, believing it brings peace, but true freedom comes from letting go of that need. The energy spent on control can be reclaimed for presence, connection, and creativity. Letting go isn't giving up. It's shifting from resistance to engagement, from fighting life to participating in it. Beneath all our planning is a core of wisdom and resilience, ready to navigate the fog. By embracing uncertainty, we learn to trust ourselves and our journey even without a perfect map. The invitation, dare to not know, to stand in possibility, to ask questions without rushing for answers. This is where magic, strength, and authentic connection are found. The true power of not knowing.